Oh, this is so groovy. It's almost like Vaporwave or something like that. Oh man, this is cool. What's up, nerdles? I'm Jeff, and this is Boniller, and they make some like sensuous building style of Vaporwave music. And I know this because they submitted it to be reviewed in the hashtag Nerdle content channel in our Discord. You can have your music featured by becoming a nerdle in the Discord using the invite link in the description down below. Also, Nurture now has a Patreon where you can listen to new unreleased Nurture music and nerdle content episodes right this second. So if you're joining the Discord in the description, make sure you check out the Patreon while you're down there. Here we've got Estellar by Boniller. That's the first time I've had to say their name out loud, but we've been friends on Instagram for a really long time, so we've talked on multiple occasions. I think this is the first time, at least in a long time, that I'm hearing one of their tracks. Estellar. I'm probably also mispronouncing that, but let's not worry about it. This is a video they said that they made while they were making this track. This track's also available on SoundCloud, which might be their kind of platform of choice. So make sure you check them out there if you're going to be listening to them. Oh man, classic studio futon vibe. Just in case the jam gets too chill and you've got to take a lay down. That's understandable. Loving the cymbal work here. Gotta move around on that ride cymbal, you know? Explore the whole body of it. Ooh, this is so groovy. It's almost like Vaporwave or something like that. Oh man, this is cool. It's wild that for like a math rock Discord server, we experience so much of this interesting electronic music. I think it just it's the limitations of us being solo artists, you know? Drums are probably the hardest analog instrument to get and record, so we use synth drums instead. Ooh, cutesy little guitar solo in the background, almost like a pizzicato feel. Sweet. Oh, excellent screen transitions. Ooh, this is kind of, you know, this is getting me a little hot. I don't know. So is this you doing a playthrough after the fact, or is it while you're actually recording it? Because if you're like in the zone, being real chill, like while you're recording that way, how did you get it? Like, did you chroma key just like a little bit of black to get those keys to fade off like that? That's really neat. Ooh, and like the synth is screaming. That was so cool. That was so cool. Boniller. Boniller. How you got it to the song to build up to those almost like screaming synthesizers after having kind of like a low down, intimate kind of groovy synthwave thing. Yeah, radical Boniller, and I'm really excited to hear more of this stuff. Yeah, make sure you hit me up. Gonna throw you a little sub and a like there now. Radical. We'll see you soon. All right, you guys are no stranger to Hey Lonely Planet. You know that they're a friend of Nurture. They've been sending us their new songs from this Emo for E-Kids album for the last little while. Emo for E-Kids is finally out on all streaming platforms, so make sure you check that out. These really cool kind of garage rock, straight edge youngsters putting out amazing stuff. And I don't mean to like be demeaning calling them youngsters. They're great musicians. They're a lot of fun to listen to. Yeah, so let's check out hellokittyacab, which is another track from Emo for E-Kids. I'm expecting a sick DIY music video as always from these guys. Ewan and Elise, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but I know those are the members of the band. Now, we've gone from being like totally informal, you guys are strangers, to me being at least on a first name basis with you for the sake of watching videos. Just out having fun too. I think it's the most straightforward kind of like feel I've heard for one of your songs. Hello Kitty says gay rights. Yes, Hello Kitty does say that often. I hope, unless this is some kind of ironic commentary on it. But yeah, it's interesting. Like this kind of contrast, hearing it be more complete, straightforward hardcore punk compared to the more experimental rhythms that you guys use in your other stuff. The experimental or like exploratory, I think maybe you're just trying to find your sound. But yeah, I think this is fine just as well, but it provides a really nice contrast. Helps you appreciate like the strange drumming Ewan does and other stuff. What is getting thrown at you in this video? All you drink is Monster, right? Yeah, go resuscitate them with some Monster. That'll definitely get a reaction into the heart. Oh, we're gonna do like a dance breakdown. Yes! Dance breakdown in the woods. Let's go. Whoa, this is a really cool take. Like, it's definitely my favorite song by you guys yet. This is so tight. Why did you decide to do it that way? You've like deprecated the whole track, turned it almost into like a synth bomb. The video editing is on point. So jealous of your DIY videos. I'm just getting into that world. I was telling you in that. And I'm always so impressed by how like weird and cool your videos look. Oh man, so sick. Yeah, this is my favorite Hey Lonely Planet track yet. And if this is what Emo for E-Kids is going to sound like going forward, then I have a lot of faith that E-Kids are going to be making some excellent music from here on out. All right, here we've got Back in Revenant's Toll by the Blue Orphan. Blue Orphan, excellent musician, as we all know. And I think maybe, okay, this is more like the chill out lo-fi stuff that they do. So I'm looking forward to hearing what they do with it. All right, here we go. Back in Revenant's Toll. and it is chilled out. It's not like the kind of like synthy chill out songs that they've been sharing lately. It's got more of this guitar in it, and I do like the guitar version of their chill vibes. I think maybe we're seeing some Final Fantasy screenshots for the artwork, which is very on brand Blue Orphan. Dig that. Oh, the flutes. Hello, flutes. Oh man, that's a sexy bass line. Woo! Gotta stay on the 2, man. The 2 and the 4 is really what kind of like identifies hip-hop, I find. I very seldomly find a track with the snare in different places, you know? It's tough, because it puts you in a box needing to have the snare on those beats, but it also just like, it's so useful. It just makes sense. It feels good. You can kind of like compartmentalize it, put it away, put the snare on the 2 and the 4, and don't worry about it. And then your liberties come in like where the hi-hats and the bass comes in, which is really cool here. Because I know you've got the ride going, but I think it's just a texture on the bass drum that makes it feel like it's got a hi-hat going with it. And I'm cool with that. Yeah, this is so radical. Man, look at you. And you're getting like more followers on SoundCloud all the time, getting more plays and shares every time you put up a song. I think it's really excellent that you're using this platform. It's something that I wish I was more diligent about. Maybe in the future I will be. It's hard to know where to spend all that time, you know? It's like a harpsichord coming in now? Oh, I could dig a harpsichord. But where were you exposed to all of these sounds? Like how do you decide on it? I know for me it's a lot of trial and error. I just look for that sound that feels right in the moment and then use that one. But I know people have different processes for this kind of thing. So yeah, if there's any area where you kind of discover these kind of sounds or find out how to use them better, you should let me know. It is so chill. Even like, yeah, that wavy crash like takes me back to a nice time when pop music had a lot more wavy synths and things like that. Sandy moments. Can always dig a beachy vibe. Yeah, so I don't think it's a harpsichord. I think it's like some other kind of like mouth harp or something like that. I don't know what the proper name for it is. I like it though. I do like what it adds to this track. Oh man, so much melody at the end of the song there. Very cool way. Yes, all the instruments saying goodbye. Those Blue Orphan outros, man. Some of my favorites, I'm telling you. Yeah, really cool. Amazing how much kind of like packed in melodic content you get in this track. It is hashtag cute and hashtag Final Fantasy 14 at the same time, which I'm sure is not a typical experience of lo-fi for people. Thanks again, Blue Orphan. As always, love what you do, and really looking forward to continuing to hear more from you. All right, here we have a new song from Calogin in 22-tone equal temperament, which is something I don't entirely understand, but I have seen Brock Benzel do it before, so that's kind of the depth of my knowledge, and maybe I've seen Adam Neely talk about it. Really excited for this one, especially because they've also included some Terra Mellos samples. I've been back on a Terra Mellos kick myself lately, and yeah, one of the most formative bands in my math rock experience, and I still hold everything Nick does pretty close to my heart. This is feeling a lot more pensive for Cal, like a lot of really weird signatures, and I appreciate that you're giving them time away from each other to kind of like, oh, never mind, okay, here we go, we've gone in full breakbeat to get those weird time signatures like cohesive and bumping right up against one another. Try to count this, I dare you. So does 22-tone equal temperament come through more in the chords in the background? I would assume that that's the case, right? Because well, I don't know, maybe you do tune your 808s and things like that, and tune your chimes, but it's hard to tell just where they're on like the extremes of the frequency spectrum. Yeah, it'd be so cool to understand how people use equal temperament and things like that a little bit better and incorporate it, or at least avoid doing it unintentionally, making my song sound slightly out of tune. Ooh, there's kind of a stanky chord. That could come from the equal temperament vibe of everything. This is going so crazy. It's so difficult for me to even like parse what's going on. The only time I can kind of like snap out of it is when you introduce those new percussive sounds. So it's like, okay, I know that the part is changed now. Okay, we're gonna get some melodies in here. Maybe this will help me kind of like jump onto the 22-tone thing. Those sliding percussive notes. I guess that means you must tune the drums somehow if you've got the tuning being automated like that toward the end of the song. Oh, it sounds so cool when you do that with the blast beat automation to make it like how can computers even handle this? Like, I get worried adding, 10 VSTs to a single track, but to have so many beats happening in short succession, like how can any software even process this? Oh, this is so good. I always love it when there's a voiceover in something like this. I think that us like post-rock, math rock kids have a soft spot for any kind of like audio recording. I saw someone in one of the Facebook groups just get totally torn apart because they included a voiceover sample in one of their songs. And I was like, hold up, a lot of us do this. And I think most of us actually like it. Oh man, such a cool breakdown at the end here. Oh, and this like synth that almost sounds like well, I don't know what it sounds like. but I can definitely hear it going into some tones next to one another, which is probably a good way to understand 22 tone that I wouldn't have otherwise heard. Maybe our standard scales. Cal, you never cease to amaze me, and I'm so grateful that you're actually going to be starting a Bandcamp, releasing some music in a little bit more of a professional manner, because I think you deserve so much more attention than what you get, probably through like this series and the Nerdle content channel alone. I'm not sure what other stuff you're doing to kind of promote what you're making, but I'm really excited for you. You're a great composer who obviously spends a ton of time in audio workspaces already, so I'm really excited to see where any of this stuff goes. And thanks again for inviting me in and letting me tag along on your journey. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, there's more Nerdle content to watch right this second. All you have to do is click on the Patreon link in the description down below. While you're down there, if you want to help the channel for free, you can subscribe and like this video. It helps us fight that algorithm monster and get some of the musicians we support the much needed attention they deserve. Thanks again, and I can't wait to talk to you again soon.